Hello again. We got ourselves Gradius II for the Famicom. Probably the least viewed seen version of all the early Gradius titles, but it is an absolute banger, an absolute beautiful game. They added a lot to this one when they brought it over the first one, I gotta say. A lot of work. Great title screen as well. Thank you for the GGs as well, Big Mike and Shima. Appreciate all those GGs from that previous run. But let's go ahead and get ourselves a little bit started with Gradius II. We don't start there yet. We have to actually choose our loadouts here, which I always go with the spread bomb because the spread bomb is amazing. So now we're just going to start the timer there, and here we go. Now we're into Gradius II. This one is a little bit different. You're going to see a lot of parallels between this and Life Force earlier, if you're around for that. Alright. You're also going to see me, whoops. I don't know what happened there. I think my game crashed. Don't you worry about that. Oh wait, that's me. That's great. Yep, nope, nothing happened there. You saw nothing. Nothing at all. That was just, oops. Oh my god, I got doubled. Oh my freaking god. What am I doing right now? Well, I wanted missiles. I got doubled instead, but, you know. Yeah, the NES just crashing, you know, it happens, I don't know, you know, it's a thing. Alright, now we got these, alright, thank goodness we can get a laser going here. I just don't want to deal with double anymore. So slow firing. Alright, so for the first time we're playing this, we definitely have only done this once. We got the cool suns here, that's just stage 3 and Life Force kind of thing making their way here. We got dragons coming after us that keep leaving very nice power-ups for us. There we go. Awesome. Now we got some movement, we got some options. Let's stay in line with this planet so they don't hurt us. Yeah, this is a great adaptation, and Gradius II Arcade is what? That's actually when I have the least amount of time with. It's pretty great. You've got your one loop. There you go. Thank you. So we got more fire arcing in this one. Once the fire arc stopped, though, it will not fire arc from there again. That's always something to note. Sometimes they just sit there and spam like crazy, but when they're done, they're done. Sometimes they don't do too much at all. There's ones that it goes one more, and then we're good to go here. Yes, we are. Alright. So that was lovely. Let's see if we can't get ourselves fully optioned out. We are. Excellent. Again, the speedrun route would not take this, but that's okay. Definitely more of a celebration of Life Force and Gradius and Shmups in general for this whole marathon. Music change. Let's get into a proper position here to greet our little birdie friend. Hello. Goodbye. Thank you for visiting. And we are moving on. Alright. I'm going to get shields here, but you'll notice that I have 4 options, and I still have options. Now, what could that possibly be? Well, if you get it again when you have 4 options, you get circular options! Yay! Look at how circular they are. I don't tend to get them, I just tend to like just show them off once, because they're not like super helpful for anything in this, I don't think, but they look cool. Yeah, we become Spinny Boy. There we go. Alright, we got that. Use you. Try to kill as much as we can here. Make it safer for us with the big rolling bullet creature, whatever it is over there. Okay, there we go. Ooh. And of course, the music in this game is absolutely great. Shmups deliver when it comes to music. And I'm just gonna leave them behind there, as they're just gonna try to give me little scritches, but I can't be scritched. I'm too gentile. Can't script this shit. It just ain't happening, man. Boom, boom, boom. Ah. See there. Alright, we are coming up on a boss here in just a moment. We got a little bit more turrets on the up and down. We got some alien chest bursters coming here. Let's go. I mean, completely unique and original sprite work brought to you by Gradius II in Super C. And I guess Contra as well. Alright, we got a bit of force field so we can tank this a little bit. There we go. Nice and easy. It ain't easy being cheesy, but my ass is cheesier than easy squeeze cheesy, baby. Let's go. I don't know what I just said, but I said it. So now, we got the skull boss again, but we got a side view. So we got sprites. Got sprites this thing. Oh, thank you, bombs. I love me a good bomb. Alright. Onwards and upwards, I say. I probably should get a new force field if I could help it. But that's okay. We'll get it when we can. I also believe that the power-ups go back to not giving you points in this version. Oh, look at them bombs doing work. I don't have the double I had in the previous version, so I can't really use that double here. However, that's okay. You can get close enough to the ceiling to deal with most of the issues that spawn on this level. But this was when I was like, I should probably have gotten a new force field in case I get a little lost in combat in here and I don't realize how low my force field is. That do be happening sometimes. But hopefully we won't have to deal with that. There we go. Little wild, crazy kids there, but we got it. Alright. Boom. And much like you saw in Life Force earlier, we also have the volcanoes doing their thing. A little bit easier to destroy, but wild and crazy kids. Shout outs to 90s television. And this stage actually has no boss. It goes right into the next stage, which is neat. The next stage is one of the laggiest in the game, for sure. It shouldn't be too bad since we do have enough lasers and stuff to really get most of these chunks as they spawn here. And it won't become a lagluster. stage was going at like 10 FPS, yeah, because they try their hardest, and God, do they do a great job, but it is very slow and very laggy throughout this section. La 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 la. Did you check out Excise today, Polly? Oh, that's a great game. I had a lot of fun with that. I may play that one later again tonight. Alright. We gotta clear more of these crystals here. We got so much crystal nonsense going on. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Do-do-do. Silksong, an amazing game. If you all haven't played Hollow Knight / Silksong, it is worth it if you're into Hollow Slop genres. I'm sorry, Metroidvania genres. Alright, so we're through most of the crystal section here. You should definitely give a follow to all the runners in this marathon and RGL itself. We put a lot of effort, and our time into running these marathons, and we appreciate every little bit, and lovely one of you here supporting us, absolutely. Alright, more crystals. We're just about out of this stage now. There we go. As you can see, it kind of sped up there right at the end when the crystals stopped spawning. I did figure out a fast kill for this boss, this crystal boss. You stay at the bottom and you gotta soak in some of the bullets with your force field, but you can kill this dude real fast if you do it that way. Oh. Now we gotta wait for you to cycle out like that. Hey, at least we got to see a little bit more of the boss. It's a cool boss. It's a cool song. Alright, we're swagging on here. Yeah, I definitely think they added a ton between this one and between the first one and this one. They definitely, I guess, learned more about the programming aspect of it, of the NES, and it's got so many cool stages. It's made of ice. Frosty Crystal Boss. And of course, what would a Gradius game be without its Moai heads? I think these are actually one of the tougher Moai sections to just actually kill them. They have like a ton of HP in this section. They normally don't have like a ton of HP. Ow. I took that hit, I saw that. Expansion ship, yeah, that's true, that's true. Yeah, they really put some extra oomph into this one, and it's definitely a better game than the Gradius one, from that standpoint. Whether you like it better or not, that is completely up to you, but I'm going to say this is definitely one better designed overall Famicom game. Okay, we're at one thing here. Our shield is about to get hit with that Root Loop Claws. Alright, now we got another chip, power up. Got our force field regenerated, redone, rejuvenated, redid. Not bad, not bad. I am playing this on actual hardware as well. I love playing on the actual hardware. I used to do tons of speedrunning, so yeah. Actual hardware is important in that case, for me anyway. Just because I can't stand input lag, even though I'm sure there's a way that you can do it to where it wouldn't be very noticeable. I also like my Famicom system and controller and stuff. There we go. And a Moai boss is gonna Moai bossedly. Alright. You know what time it is. Every Gradius has the lovely boss rush. The first one. It's time to put some bosses to sleep. Here we go. Got our shield. We got our backup shield. What's up, weapon? Moai-ing along indeedly-do. Alright, first one down. Quite an expanded version from the core we just saw before. But don't ignore more Gradius lore. Alright, we got a brain again. On the brain again. Here we go, fighting on the brain again. Get bombed until you're gone. Fight your friend. Alright, that didn't go well, but that's okay. We got Quadra Tetrahedron boss. Oh, the bombs are so good against that boss. The best pots. Alright, you probably remember this heart from Life Force earlier as well. It lasted about as long as there as well. Another one from the side angle. Alright, this boss is a bit of a butt. Hopefully you can just mac on this dude quickly. There we go. Yeah, the missiles can get hit by the shield, so if you just get all of your options in there, you can take them out without too much trouble. Alright, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of Gradius II here. Only a couple more stages to go. Spam your Moais in chat for all that Gradius love out there. Remember, it has been 40 years since the original release of Gradius. 40 years, y'all. Alright, this is the one that got me earlier when I ran into the wall. Moai, Moai, don't you know I love some Moai? The show guy. Oh. Yeah, remember, no cool double to help me out. Oh god, that was not good. I do need to refresh my shield here. There we go. Like, I gotta find something to refresh it on, because if I get hit, I'm gonna panic. And we don't need to panic right now. No, we do not. But it's time to speed up. Alrighty. Taking the top route will do us good here. Not nearly as speed up as some of the other Gradiuses there are around the world. Around the world! Alright, now we got an options section here briefly. Power up section, not an options section. Kinda mean hitting me with that bullet right there, but whatever. Wow, 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 wow. Alright, we got some of the land coming after us now. And it's scary. But not that scary in this one. Especially when we're this powered up. Doesn't take too much to get past this, this area. Alright, we got a boss coming up here. A wall boss full of turrets and all that nonsense. But we can destroy, like, all the other parts of it in no time. So it's not really dangerous. Then none of them pop or respawn or come back after you destroy them, but it does feel good destroying them. Oh yes, now we have the stage movement section. This is always a pain in the old cloaca. Oh god. It's a good thing I had that force field. Someone would have died there otherwise. Yeah, you can get it right as it spawns on the screen, but we played it a little safer there. I'm okay with that. The spider is down, as are our frowns, as we smiling it up for the rest of the game here. We're in the final area here. Hopefully I will not derpity derp doodah day like I did last time. Hopefully we have power-ups now, which is pretty helpful. Especially in this section. These things are kinda jerks when you don't have any power-ups to actually take out. Alright, get into one of the scarier parts. Oh my god, hold on to your little booties. Or your big booties. Alright, now we're gonna go all the way down here. Uh-oh, didn't mean to do that, that's fine. There we go. Let's make sure we don't get wall spiked there or here. There we go. Awesome. Now the walls close in on us, which means that's pretty much GG. We got our final boss here, though, of course. In Gradius fashion, not very difficult, but they do speak, actually. You're never going to be able to hear what they say, because the music is way louder, but you can look it up. I think it's kind of cool. Something like I Am Invincible or something like that. And boom, and that is Gradius II. Oh wait, I split a little early there, but that's okay. That's Gradius II, everybody. I hope you've done enjoyed. Thank you for the GG Polly, Lyra, Fruit Bat Salad. Appreciate that. Got a nice staff credit roll here going on. And shout outs to all the programmers of this game. They did a wonderful job. Thank you, Shima. You're playing Salamander here. What's up, Cooler? Thank you for the GG weapon. Much appreciated, y'all. That will be the end of my little shmup block here as well, as there is a single game left in Shmuptember, and I gotta say, once again, thank you so much for making it special. Thank you for all the runners who take their time to go into these runs and show off their skills and show off the many shmups that we have here in the world, and the many talented runners, and just a celebration of an awesome genre that doesn't really exist too much anymore. So, thank you all. Appreciate that. Thank you for the GG Dameron. And this is going to count down in just a second, and that's going to be that. And then I'm going to flip over, and then we're going to go get ready for some Gradius II to end it on. So thank you all so much. Let's get a nice, glorious, roaring fire and be ready for that Gradius III. One of the best Gradiuses ever, but a little bit different than you may remember. Stay tuned.